Your Royal Highness.
No.
Your Highness.
Who is that girl?
Your Highness, she's nobody.
Nobody? You, come here. What is your name?
Amara, Your Highness.
Is that basket yours?
No, Your Highness.
Then whose is it?
My stepsister.
Who prepared the food?
My daughter prepared it.
I didn't ask you. I asked you who prepared the food.
I did, Your Highness.
Put it down. I have made my choice. I have chosen her to be my princess.
Your Highness, please.
I have already made my choice.
Nobody knew that this shocking moment was only the beginning. To understand why the prince chose the Amara, the girl everyone treated like a slave, we must go back to the beginning.
Amara! Amara! Are you deaf?
No, Mama.
Come inside. The plates from last night are still dirty.
I'm sorry, Mama. I was going to wash them after fetching the water.
After you said, wash those clothes, then scrub the bathroom, then sweep the back compound, and prepare breakfast before Adana, my daughter, wakes up.
Yes, Mama.
And better don't make any mistakes. Adana!
Mother, is my breakfast ready?
Almost, my daughter.
I sometimes wonder if she remembers that she's supposed to be grateful we allowed her to stay here. Amara! When you're done with those clothes, polish my sandals. Yes.
And make sure they shine.
Mama.
Amara, listen to me.
Yes, Mama.
Life will not always be kind to you,
But never allow someone's cruelty
convince you that you are worthless. I still remember, Mama.
People of Umuoma, His Royal Highness, Prince Chinedu Obiora, has returned from abroad. And according to the ancient tradition of our kingdom, the prince shall now choose his wife.
The prince is finally home.
And this time, my daughter, you will become a princess.
That could never be me. Mother, what if the prince doesn't choose me?
Don't speak nonsense.
But there will be many beautiful girls.
And none of them will have what you have.
What do I have?
A mother who knows exactly how to make sure you win. Almost. Make sure it tastes perfect.
Yes, Mama.
Good. You will carry it.
Yes.
And remember, don't embarrass me. What are you looking at?
Nothing. According to the ancient tradition of Umuoma, the prince would taste the food. The basket whose food captured his heart would determine his wife. No, this is not what I'm looking for. Next. Wait. Bring that basket here.
Don't say anything.
What is your name?
Amara, Your Highness.
Is that basket yours?
No, Your Highness.
Then whose is it?
My stepsister.
Who prepared the food?
My daughter prepared it.
I didn't ask you. I asked you who prepared the food.
I did, Your Highness.
Put it down. I have made my choice. I have chosen her to be my princess.
Your Highness, please.
I have already made my choice.
Your Highness, please reconsider.
Why?
Because she is only a servant.
A servant who can cook like this? A servant who speaks the truth when everyone else is lying? A servant who has shown more character in 5 minutes than some people show in a lifetime? Amara, I choose you.
No!
Daddy, I have found my wife. Then you have my blessing.
The girl everyone had treated like a slave had just been chosen by the future king, but her greatest battle had not yet begun, because becoming a princess would not erase the people who wanted to destroy her. It would only make them more dangerous.
No! Your Highness, you cannot do this!
I have already made my decision.
But I am the one who came here to present the food.
And yet you didn't prepare it.
Mother, do something. Your Highness, please forgive my daughter. She did not mean any
I am not angry with her. I have chosen the woman whose character impressed me.
Your Highness,
Yes?
I don't understand. Why me?
Because everyone else was trying to impress me. You were simply being yourself.
What have you done?
I didn't do anything.
Don't lie to me. Do you understand what you have done to Adana, my daughter?
I never asked the prince to choose me.
But he did. You think becoming a princess will save you about palace life?
Then why are you angry?
What did you say?
I didn't ask for any of this.
Listen carefully. You are still the girl who came into this house with nothing.
Are you certain? Yes, father. You barely know her. I know enough to want to know more.
What did you see in her?
Everyone else was concerned about how they looked. She was concerned about doing her work properly. That is enough to choose a future queen? No. But it is enough to make me curious about her heart.
Then perhaps you should speak to her. Not as a prince, as a man who wants to understand the woman he has chosen.
Okay, mother. Amara,
Yes?
the queen wants to see you.
Me?
Yes.
Yes. Come closer, child. Your Majesty, please stand. You don't have to kneel every time you see me. Are you afraid?
A little.
Why?
Because everyone keeps telling me that I don't belong here.
Who told you that?
Almost everyone.
Then perhaps they are the ones who need to learn something.
Have you ever been inside the palace?
No.
What do you think?
It's beautiful.
You can speak freely around me.
I don't know how.
Why?
Because people usually get angry when I say what I think.
Nobody should be afraid to speak.
You are a prince.
And you are a person.
He embarrassed me. Calm down.
He chose her.
I know.
That dirty girl.
Lower your voice.
Why should I? She has taken everything from me.
Not yet.
What do you mean?
The prince may have chosen her today, but the palace has not accepted her yet. So we have time. Congratulations, Amara.
Thank you, Mama.
So the palace has already taught you walk like a princess?
No, Mama.
Then why are you smiling?
Because someone was kind to me.
Kindness will not protect you in the palace.
Maybe, but cruelty didn't protect me here either.
No. No. After all these years.
Mother?
What do you want?
I need to talk to you.
Come in.
You said we still have time. What are you hiding?
There is something about Amara you don't know.
What?
Amara's mother was not who you think she was.
What are you saying?
Her mother had a connection to the royal family.
The royal family?
Yes.
Then why did you treat Amara like a servant?
Because I was afraid.
Afraid of what? Mother!
Everything will change.
Mama? Who is this?
Where did you find that?
It belonged to my mother.
You know him?
Yes.
He was my grandfather's closest advisor. Where did you get this?
It belonged to my mother.
What was your mother's name?
Ngozi.
I remember her.
Do you know my mother?
Yes. Your mother disappeared many years ago.
Why? Please tell me.
Because she knew something about this palace that could have destroyed the royal family.
The king knows.
I know.
What are we going to do?
We have to stop Amara from returning to the palace. We make them believe she is not who they think she is.
But she has the photograph.
Then we take it from her. Give me that photograph.
Why?
Because it belongs to me.
It belonged to my mother.
Give it to me.
What are you hiding?
Nothing.
Then why are you afraid of this picture? You knew my mother.
Enough.
What happened to her?
Your mother made choices that destroyed this family.
What choices?
Ask the king.
Amara thought becoming the prince's chosen bride would be the greatest shock of her life. She was wrong, because the truth about her mother was about to reveal that Amara's connection to the royal family was far deeper than anyone had imagined, and the person who had hidden that truth for years was the very woman who had treated her like a slave. The peaceful afternoon in the village was suddenly interrupted by the sound of approaching vehicles and horses. The villagers stopped whatever they were doing and turned toward the road. A royal convoy was entering the village. Children ran toward the road, while the older villagers gathered to see what was happening. Then the door of the royal vehicle opened. Prince Chinedu stepped out. His face was serious. 2 royal guards followed closely behind him. Amara heard the commotion and walked out of the compound. The moment she saw the prince, she became confused. Amara, she lowered her head respectfully. Your Highness, the king has asked you to come to the palace. Amara's eyes widened. The palace? Why? Prince Chinedu looked at her for a moment before answering. Because there are questions about your mother. Mara froze. My mother? Before the prince could say anything else, Mama Ngozi stepped forward. Why are you asking about her mother? Prince Chinedu slowly turned toward her. Because there are things about Amara's past that the palace needs to understand. Mamangozi's face suddenly became pale. Adana was standing behind her mother, and she immediately noticed the fear in her mother's eyes. She had never seen Mamangozi look so frightened before. Prince Chinedu looked directly at Mamangozi, and this time the truth must be told. Mamangozi said nothing. The prince turned back to Amara. "Come with me." Amara hesitated. She looked at Mamangozi. For years, she had been trained to obey that woman. But this time, something inside her told her that she needed to know the truth. So she nodded. "Yes, Your Highness." And she followed the prince. For the first time in her life, Amara was leaving the village not as a servant, but as the girl chosen by the future king. Yet she had no idea that the journey ahead would reveal secrets that would change her life forever. The journey to the palace was unusually quiet. Amara sat beside Prince Chinedu, staring through the window. The village slowly disappeared behind them. She kept thinking about the prince's words. "There are questions about your mother." Her mother had always been a mystery. Amara remembered very little about her. She remembered her mother's gentle voice. She remembered the way she used to hold her when she was afraid. She remembered being told that her mother was a good woman, but she had never understood why her mother had disappeared from her life so suddenly. After several minutes, Prince Chinedu noticed that Amara was unusually quiet. "Are you afraid?" Amara looked at him. "Yes. You don't have to be." She looked down at her hands. "You are a prince. You don't understand." "What don't I understand? I have spent my whole life being afraid of people." The prince remained silent. Amara continued. "Whenever someone called my name, I always wondered what I had done wrong." Prince Chinedu looked at her with sadness. "You shouldn't have had to live like that." Amara smiled weakly. "But that was my life." The prince shook his head. "It doesn't have to be your future." Amara looked at him. "I want to know the truth about my mother." "You will. And whatever you discover," the prince looked straight ahead, "I will stand beside you." For the first time, Amara felt something she had rarely felt in her life. Hope. Soon, the royal palace came into view. The enormous gates slowly opened as the royal convoy approached. Amara stared at the palace in amazement. She had never imagined that she would one day walk through those gates. But today, she wasn't entering as a servant. She was entering because the royal family wanted answers about her past. The moment Amara stepped into the palace, she saw King Obiora and Queen Neka waiting for her. The king's expression was unusually serious. "Amara," he said. She bowed. "Your Majesty." The king looked at her for several seconds. Then he said, "Come inside." Amara followed them into the throne room. The enormous doors closed behind her. For a moment, nobody spoke. Amara stood nervously in the middle of the room. Finally, the king broke the silence. "Amara, what do you remember about your mother?" Amara swallowed. "Not much, Your Majesty." "What do you remember?" "I remember that she was kind." The king listened carefully. "She used to protect me whenever I was afraid, and whenever I cried, she would tell me that one day everything would be all right." Queen Neka looked away. The king's eyes became filled with emotion. "Your mother was a remarkable woman." Amara looked at him. "You knew her?" "Yes." Amara's heart began beating faster. "How?" The king took a deep breath. "Because your mother once lived in this palace." Amara stared at him. "My mother?" "Yes, she lived here." The king nodded. Amara shook her head slowly. But how? Why did nobody tell me? The king did not answer immediately. Instead, he called for one of the palace servants. Bring me the old wooden box from the royal archives. The servant left. A few minutes later, he returned carrying an old wooden box covered with dust. The king opened it. Inside were old letters, documents, pieces of traditional clothing, and several photographs. He picked up one photograph and handed it to Amara. The moment she saw it, her breath stopped. It was her mother. But she wasn't standing in the village. She was standing inside the royal palace. And beside her was a much younger King Obiora. Amara's hands began to tremble. "Mama," she looked at the king. "Why was my mother here?" The king's voice was quiet. "Because your mother was not simply a village woman." Amara stared at him. She was connected to the royal family. Amara stepped backward. "What are you saying?" Queen Neka finally spoke. "Your mother came from a respected family with strong ties to the kingdom." Amara looked at the photograph again. "Then why did I grow up like a servant?" The king lowered his head. "Because someone wanted your identity hidden." Amara's eyes filled with tears. "Who?" The king looked at her. "That is the question we have been trying to answer." Meanwhile, back in the village, Mamangozi was pacing nervously inside her room. Adana sat nearby. "Mother," Adana said, "what exactly happened between you and Amara's mother?" Mamangozi stopped walking. "You don't need to know, but the palace knows something." "I said you don't need to know!" Adana became silent. She had never seen her mother this frightened. After several moments, Mamangozi sat down. Then she whispered, "Years ago, Amara's mother discovered something she was never supposed to discover." Adana looked at her. "What?" Mamangozi didn't answer. "Mother, what did she discover?" Mamangozi finally looked at her daughter. "A secret involving the royal family." Adana's eyes widened. "And what did you do?" Mamangozi looked away. Her silence frightened Adana more than any answer could have. Back at the palace, Amara was still staring at the photograph. The king picked up another document. "There is something else you need to know." Amara looked at him. "What?" "Your father." Amara's expression changed immediately. She had spent her entire life wondering about her father. "Who was my father?" The king answered quietly. His name was Chukudi. Amara's lips trembled. "Where is he?" The king hesitated. "Your father died many years ago." Amara's eyes filled with tears. "How?" "He died trying to protect your mother." Amara covered her mouth. For years, she had believed she had been abandoned. She had believed that perhaps her parents simply didn't want her, but now she was learning that the truth was completely different. Her father had died trying to protect the woman he loved, and her mother had disappeared while trying to protect her. "Why did nobody tell me?" Amara cried. The king looked at her with regret. "Because your parents became involved in a conflict that could have destroyed this kingdom." Amara wiped her tears. "What happened?" The king looked toward the old photograph. "Many years ago, your mother discovered that someone within the royal family was secretly planning to betray the king." Amara stared at him. "Who?" The king shook his head. "We never found out who was behind it." But Queen Neka looked worried. There was someone who knew more than they admitted. Amara looked at her. "Who?" Before the queen could answer, the king interrupted. "That is why we brought you here." Amara remained silent. The king continued. "We believe your mother left behind evidence." "Evidence of what?" "Evidence that could reveal who betrayed her." Amara looked at the photograph again. Then she suddenly remembered something. There was a box. The king looked at her. "What box?" "My mother had a small wooden box when I was a child." "What happened to it?" "I don't know." Amara thought carefully. I remember Mama Ngozi taking it away after my mother died. The king's expression changed. Mama Ngozi? Yes. The room became silent. Prince Chinedu looked at his father. Father? The king slowly stood. So she has known all this time. Back in the village, Mama Ngozi was preparing a bag. Adana watched her. Mother, where are we going? Far away. Why? Because if Amara discovers everything, we are finished. Adana became frightened. Are you saying you did something to her mother? Mama Ngozi turned toward her. I did what I had to do. But why? Mama Ngozi's eyes filled with tears. Because I was jealous. Adana stared at her. Jealous of Amara's mother? Yes. Why? Because she had everything I never had. Mama Ngozi sat down. She was beautiful. People respected her. The palace trusted her. And then she had a child who was connected to the royal family. She looked at Adana, and I couldn't stand it. Adana slowly stepped backward. So you hated Amara because she reminded you of her mother. Mama Ngozi said nothing. That silence was enough. At the palace, Amara finally asked the question that had been burning inside her. Your Majesty, if my mother was connected to the royal family, then who am I? The king looked directly into her eyes. You are the daughter of a woman who was wrongfully driven away. Amara's eyes filled with tears. You mean I was never worthless? Queen Neka stood and walked toward her. No, child. She gently held Amara's hands. You were never worthless. Amara began crying. All my life, they told me I was nothing. Queen Neka embraced her. People can lie about your worth, but they cannot change it. Amara cried against the queen's shoulder. For the first time since her mother's death, she felt like someone truly believed in her. Prince Chinedu watched quietly. Then he walked toward her. Amara, she looked at him. You don't have to prove yourself to anyone. But what if they don't accept me? Then they will have to answer to me. Amara smiled through her tears. But while Amara was finally beginning to understand her true worth, Mama Ngozi was preparing to run. She packed clothes for herself and Adana, but before she could leave the village, a palace guard overheard her conversation. The guard immediately returned to the palace. Your Majesty, the king looked at him. Speak. Mama Ngozi is planning to leave the village tonight. Prince Chinedu stood. Did she say where she was going? No, Your Highness. The king became serious. She knows that we are close to discovering the truth. Prince Chinedu looked at his father. Then, we cannot let her disappear. The king nodded. Bring her to the palace. That evening, Amara returned to the village with Prince Chinedu and several royal guards. The moment they arrived, the villagers gathered. But this time, nobody looked at Amara like a servant. They looked at her with respect. An old man approached her. Amara, please forgive us. Amara looked at him. For what? For the way we treated you. Amara's heart ached. She remembered how many times she had walked through that village, carrying heavy loads while everyone watched. She remembered the insults, the laughter, the humiliation, but she didn't want revenge. You don't have to bow to me, she said softly. The old man looked surprised. You are now connected to the royal family. Amara shook her head. I am still Amara. Prince Chinedu smiled. That was exactly what he admired about her. She had suffered without becoming cruel. She had been humiliated without losing her kindness. And even now, when people finally respected her, she didn't use her new position to look down on them. When Amara entered the compound, she found Mama Ngozi packing clothes. Mama Ngozi stopped immediately. Amara looked at the bag. Where are you going? Away. Why? I have nothing left here. Amara looked at her for several seconds. You have me. Mama Ngozi looked at her. Amara continued. For years, I called you Mama. Her voice began trembling. Even when you hurt me. Even when you made me work until I could barely stand. Even when you made me believe I was worthless. Mama Ngozi's eyes filled with tears. I want to know why. Mama Ngozi looked away. Because your mother, she stopped. Amara stepped closer. Because my mother what? Mama Ngozi finally broke down. I was jealous of her. Amara stared at her. Jealous? Yes. Why? Because she had everything I wanted. Mama Ngozi wiped her tears. She had beauty, respect, the attention of the palace. She looked at Amara, and then she had you. Amara's face became filled with pain. So you punished me because you hated my mother. Mama Ngozi lowered her head. Yes. Amara could barely believe what she was hearing. But then Mama Ngozi said something that made her blood run cold. There is something else you don't know. What? Your mother didn't leave because she wanted to. Amara froze. What happened to her? She was forced to leave. By who? Mama Ngozi looked toward the palace. Someone inside the royal family. Before Amara could ask another question, the sound of royal horns filled the village. Everyone turned. King Obiora had arrived. Prince Chinedu and Queen Nneka stood beside him. Several royal guards followed. Mama Ngozi immediately fell to her knees. The king looked at her. Stand up. Mama Ngozi slowly stood. You have hidden this secret long enough, the king said. Mama Ngozi began trembling. You knew what happened to Amara's mother. Yes, your majesty. And you allowed this child to suffer for years. I was afraid. The king's voice became firm. Fear does not excuse cruelty. The king then turned toward Amara. Amara, there is one final truth you must hear. Amara looked at him. Your mother was not rejected by this family. The king paused. She was betrayed by someone she trusted. Amara's heart began beating faster. Who? The king looked toward the people standing behind him. Then he said, the person who betrayed your mother is someone you have known all your life. Amara slowly looked around. She looked at Mama Ngozi. She looked at Adana. She looked at the prince. Then she looked at the king. Nobody spoke. The king's face became heavy with sorrow. And just when Amara thought she finally understood her past, the king revealed the truth that would change everything. Your mother's betrayer is still alive. Amara's eyes widened. Who? The king slowly turned towards someone standing behind him, and when Amara saw who he was looking at, her entire world came crashing down. If you enjoyed Amara's story, please give this video a big thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss the next part. But before you go, I want to hear from you. Do you think Amara should forgive her stepmother after everything she suffered? And who do you think betrayed Amara's mother? Tell us your thoughts in the comment section below. And please share this video with your friends and family so they can enjoy Amara's story too. Subscribe now because part 2 is coming and you definitely don't want to miss what happens next. Thank you so much for watching and I'll see you in the next episode.